Chidimma Adetshina. Let's finish about that story. So this is a young lady that was participant at Miss South Africa pageant 2024. A very good looking girl. Very smart, but unfortunately was kicked out of the competition because of her identity that was not very clear. So initially we all thought she was South African, born in South Africa, but very slowly we felt that things were different and she was kicked out. So basically Chidimma Adetshina has been invited in Nigeria to go participate as a pageant in Miss Universe Nigeria. So the very same competition in which she was kicked out in South Africa, the Nigerian version has invited her because she was accused of being Nigerian.
She could only ask her if she was willing to take part in our national pageant here, since she's half Nigerian. Well, we sent a press release reaching out to her. We did not reach her directly. We sent a press release, and then through social media, she got my number and called me, explaining she would have loved to, but we've cancelled, we've suspended, we've finished a selection of 24 girls, and that there might be uproar if she moves out of South Africa. So I said, well, think about it, let us know. You're half Nigerian, half South African. You have every right to participate in any pageants in the country here.
Anyway, she has now been invited in Nigeria to participate as a pageant, as a candidate. So Chidimma Adetshina Vanessa is now going to compete against Nigerian pageant.
Hello everyone, my name is Chidimma Vanessa Adetshina, and I cannot start off this video without expressing my gratitude to the incredible people who have shown me so much love and so much support. Now, I have received an invitation from the Silverbird Group, who are the organizers of the Miss Universe Nigeria beauty pageant. And I say this with great excitement because I have decided to participate in the Miss Universe Nigeria 2024 beauty pageant. Now, I understand the expectations and responsibilities that come with this title, and I am so excited to embark on this journey. And I just want to say thank you so much for this opportunity, and I'm looking forward to participating in Africa's most prestigious beauty pageant, Miss Universe Nigeria.
And there's a lot of comments being flooded on the internet. Many people are wishing her well. Many South Africans are saying, hey, all the best. Represent her as well in Nigeria. Obviously, they're being sarcastic. I mean, we've kicked her out. Then you say, go represent her as well in Nigeria. And yeah, it's very interesting. So, number one, I want to find out the reason why Nigeria was invited her to come. Is it a way for Nigeria to say you South Africans are actually xenophobic? If you don't want her, we're going to take her back. Is Chidimma Adetshina going to Nigeria a way for her to show the middle finger to South Africans? If you don't want me, there's another place where they want me. Now, what's very interesting is there's a lot of comments saying that she's going to win the competition because she's better looking than all of these girls from Nigeria. Let me tell you, a lot of South Africans believe Nigerian women are not good looking at all. I'm just being honest with you. A lot of South Africans believe Nigerian women look like men. You can check in some of the podcasts. I'm just being a messenger. Don't come for me. Yes. A lot of South Africans say they will never date a Nigerian woman because they look like men. They look too hard, too strong. They're not, yeah. Well, is that true? I don't know if a Nigerian would agree to that, because a Nigerian woman is probably the woman the Nigerian man has seen his whole life. A lot of Nigerian men believe that black South African men look like Africans in the 1960s. I heard about this a few times. And some Nigerian men, whenever they see a black South African woman that looks really good with a black South African man, they go like, whoa, what the hell is this? And I'm not inventing this. This is something I've heard many, many times. Anyway, let's get back on track. There's clearly no love lost between Nigeria and South Africa. And I think the Chidimma story was just a perfect tool to highlight this problem that exists between these two countries without necessarily saying them. Okay, for context, Chidimma Adetshina, good-looking girl. She is good-looking and intelligent. Born in South Africa, in Soweto, in Baragwanath Hospital, of what we initially thought a South African woman and a Nigerian father, was a participant in a Miss South Africa pageant, but was very swiftly met with a lot of resistance from mainly black South Africans that don't quite appreciate her. And number one of what will possibly be the reason is her surname, Chidimma Adetshina. It doesn't sound South African. And with that, many people inquired about her identity. They wanted to find out a bit more about her. Who is she? And then later on, there was a lot of comments about her family. They say her mother was not South African. The same mother was a Mozambican that came to South Africa and fraudulently an ID number or citizenship for her daughter. There was a lot of pressure on this lady trying to get her out of the competition because she's black, but she's not South African. At least not the shade of South African people like. Was she the only person of multiple background that was a public figure at that specific time or in South Africa ever? No. There's another man named Trevor Noah. He's also a good-looking man, born of a South African mother and a Swiss father. So his father is white. He's a comedian, very successful, now operating from the United States of America. Trevor Noah is a big brand, is very much accepted, very much liked. Why even South African rejected Trevor Noah? Well, many people would say, after all, Noah's mother is known. She's South African. She's a black South African woman. Chidimma's mother, on the other hand, is a Mozambican, as they can confirm. So we can say that South Africans are very patriotic. They just did not want a person who is not 100% South Africa to represent them. And you cannot talk about Trevor Noah because Trevor Noah's mother is known. She's black South African, even though his father is from Switzerland. He's a white man. But then again, there's something very intriguing. Some people will tell you there was another girl in South Africa named Melissa Maifula. This Melissa girl was also a pageant at Miss South Africa. Melissa was very quickly rejected because of a surname that doesn't sound South African. So Melissa's mother is confirmed to be from the Eastern Cape in South Africa. She's a Xhosa woman, but the husband or the man, her father, is from Uganda. She was also rejected. She faced a massive backlash. A lot of negative comments. They called her lots of names.
I had just made it to the top 16 of Miss South Africa. You know, it was a time of celebration. I was so excited that here I am, I'm a finalist in such a big competition. And literally, as soon after that, I logged onto social media. The first thing I come across is, how dare she enter Miss South Africa? She's not even fully South African, therefore she cannot represent us. One comment that particularly stood out for me, and I do apologize for using this word to those I will offend, and the word is kwere. Foreigners are called kwere in South Africa, and I don't think most people realize how painful that word is because it is offensive, it is disrespectful, it's derogatory.
Now, the question we have to ask each other is this. So, because Trevor Noah, who is accepted in South Africa, his mother is black and the father is white, that's acceptable, but Melissa, whose mother is black and the father is Ugandan, should not be accepted. She's kwere. Now, I'm just asking you a question. So, Trevor Noah is not a kwere because his father is white, but Melissa is a kwere, even though her mother is a confirmed Xhosa woman from the Eastern Cape, is a kwere because her father is from Uganda. Okay, let's put aside Chidimma Adetshina, who sounds Nigerian, who obviously as a Nigerian, who obviously as a preliminary findings, the investigation is not concluded yet, that her mother fraudulently acquired citizenship for her. Melissa girl, whose ancestors are from the Eastern Cape, was also rejected because her father is Ugandan. So can we confirm somewhere that there's an issue here? Let me tell you something. For most African women, not even just South Africans, dating a white man is like an upgrade. For a lot of Africans, I know I'm African Americans and Caribbeans, you're watching. For a lot of African women, dating or marrying or having a child with a white person is a super upgrade. Even if he's got nothing, he's not a millionaire or anything. It's like, my man is white. So it's more acceptable to have a foreign father who's white than it is to have a foreign father who's black. So if your mother, let's say your mother was a maid, she used to clean the house of a white man and she got pregnant, that's okay, we accept you. But if your mother consciously slept with a man who is from another country, then the community doesn't want you because you then a kwere, you don't belong. I'm just saying, and I know many people are going to be triggered. I don't give a continental how you feel. We're just thinking, yes, Chidimma Adetshina was kicked out of the competition. I think she was innocent because she did not participate. Home Affairs say that. So juridically, you cannot take her to court. Legally, it's impossible. She was not participating in that. See, if there's somebody that has to pay for that, it's her mother, not her. But okay, let's say she's not South African. She must go back to Nigeria, represent Nigeria in Nigeria. It's okay. Now, is it really because Melissa was not South African either? Oh, there is the right shade of black. She just was not the right shade of black. It's okay to be black, but just not the right shade. The right shade is the shade where the black mixes with white, or the black mixes with Indian. That's okay. Black mixed with Korean. That's okay. You see, there's some South African with a Korean father, very much accepted. Okay, so make sure the father is either white or at least mixed race white. The father must not be black from another country. I'm just putting it out there. I'm not creating anything. Don't come for me. These are things that are on the internet available. This is a South African lady who was a pageant and was rejected. The bottom line is this. Does this change the price of bread in South Africa? It doesn't. Can South Africans use the same energy for something that's positive? Yes, they can. Yes, don't get me started. Yes, you can use that energy for progress. Energy to invest into the youth. Energy to sign petitions for Orania. That is a white-dominated, white-exclusive. No black is allowed. I'm just being honest with you. Let's be transparent. Orania is a city in South Africa where black people cannot access. It's only white. Is that okay in the land of Mandela? I don't know. Does that even make sense? That somebody came from another country, came to your country, where you accepted them as they belong here. But you say they belong here, but then they say you don't belong in their town, in your land. I don't believe any foreigner should get into anybody's pageant. I don't believe Nigerians should get into South African beauty pageants. I think if somebody is illegal into whatever, it should not be authorized to get into this competition that are exclusively for countrymen. But the problem is, this is not the first time. I thought it was the first time. You probably thought it was the first time. But this is not the first time, because this is, even Chidimma said, there's been many people from different races, from South Africa/Asia, that's participated in the pageant. Some of the pageants have Portuguese root, Greek root, China root, and there was no uproar about that. There was no fighting about that. So it's okay if it looks lighter skin, that's fine. But if it's black, that one is kwere. You must destroy it. Let's love each other, fellas. I'm an African, I love all Africans. And I think what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. If something is illegal, it should be put in jail. If something is right, it should be praised. Love should be communicated among us. And we should stop feeling inferior to other people. Chidimma Adetshina, props to her. I hope she wins Miss Nigeria. Many people believe she's going to win. Some people say she's facing hatred in Nigeria as well, because now Nigerians feel, now the participants in Miss Nigeria feel like she could be winning, so they don't like her very much. So are we saying Chidimma's beautiful face is not because she's Nigerian? It's because her mother's Mozambican, and it comes from Mozambicans. I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this. This is crazy. God bless.